Imagine you are in a lecture hall that smells faintly of chalk and coffee, but tonight, the blackboard is the universe. Close your eyes for a beat. Two particles on opposite sides of the room, each with their own spin, their own trajectory, and then, by choice, they meet. This is where theoretical physics and human connection shake hands. Think of sexual intercourse not as a checklist, but as an experiment in energy. Information and anatomy. Picture the clitoris like a sensitive antenna, a constellation of nerve endings clustered for precision. The vulva is the elegant outer casing, labia minora and majora folding like protective membrane. The vagina as a muscular cylinder tuned for elasticity and warmth. The penis as a flexible probe with a head wired for sensation. The scrotum and testicles as a paired system for temperature-sensitive production. These are not euphemisms. They are parts in a living, responsive system. One remains. Respect their physics. Now imagine entanglement. Two minds can become entangled long before bodies touch. Shared glances, timing, a joke that lands perfectly. In physics, entanglement means the state of one particle instantaneously informs the state of another, regardless of distance. In intimate life, it means rhythm and responsive. You learn to predict, to adapt. You read tiny signals, a laugh, a breath, a shift in posture. Those are your observables. You measure, you update your model, you respond. Consider resonance. Everybody has natural frequencies. Breath, heartbeat, muscle tone. When two systems resonate, small inputs produce big response. That's the thrill a scientist craves. Finding the frequency that makes the system sync. Consent is the consent to experiment. Clear, enthusiastic, ongoing. Safety is your control variable. Communication is your data stream. Without those, no reproducible result, no ethical research. Entropy shows up here too. Left unchecked, messy signals and assumptions lead to disorder, miscommunication, discomfort. Reduce entropy with simple experiment. Ask, listen, check in. Use language like a lab notebook. Record subjective impressions, not judgment. In the lab of intimacy, curiosity trumps ego. Questions are instruments. How does that feel? Is as precise as a pH test if you listen to the answer. There are mechanics as well as metaphor. Blood flow is fluid dynamics. Arousal is a cascade of hormones and neurotransmitters. Dopamine's excitement, oxytocin's social glue, nitric oxide's role in vascular change. The nervous system maps sensations in surprising ways. The clitoral glands and the penis glands share a history of embryological origin. The richness of sensation is a lesson in shared design. Study anatomy like a theorist. Maps the manifold. Learn the hidden connections, and you'll see why certain touch awakens particular responses. Finally, imagine conservation laws applied to intimacy. Energy is conserved, but it can transform nervous energy into laughter, curiosity into trust. Your experiments will fail sometimes. That's science. Debrief, iterate, and refine your hypotheses together. So take this like a lab assignment. Read anatomy with curiosity. Learn the language of consent as a protocol. Study nervous system feedback as your data, and treat pleasure as a measurable, shared phenomena. Theoretical physics taught you to love elegant equations. Let that elegance guide your practice of human closeness. Go study, bring your curiosity, and remember, the best discoveries happen when you ask better questions than you expect to answer.